Good morning, fifth graders. I am doing actually a little videoing on my own today, so that's why I walked into your view, trying to get a little ahead for next week. But I hope you guys are doing well today, and we're covering a new concept in your lesson on division with decimals, and it's really not a difficult concept at all. It's just normal division, but you do have to remember that little decimal point. That decimal point makes all the difference in the world. I think I told you guys a story once about a pharmacist overlooking a decimal and then prescribing too much medicine to a child, which could obviously be very dangerous depending on the weight of that child. So the decimals are indeed important. So you want to make sure you get them in your answer. Here is 1A from your book. The first thing I like to do if I have a division problem with a decimal is put my decimal in the quotient first thing, so I don't forget. I'm just going to bring it straight up. Go ahead and add that decimal. And once I've done that, then it's just a matter of dividing as normal. So you know 7 can divide into 39 5 times. 5 times 7 is 35 with 4 left over. I'm trying to do some mental division here. And then 7 goes into 47. Let's see, that would be 6 times, and 6 times 7 is 42, and then we can subtract from 47 to get 5, and then 56 divided by 7 would be 8, and we know that 8 times 7 is 56, so that works out without a remainder. So your answer for letter A would be $5.68, and notice really the only difference from any normal dividing is just that decimal. Bring him up first thing. Here's letter B, same thing. I'm going to bring the decimal up. I'm going to go ahead and add my dollar sign, and then I can begin to divide. Now you can estimate with a 2 here. Some of you may even could use the number 18. 18 actually can go into 37 2 times. I know this because 18 times 2 is 36, and there's going to be 1 left over. We'll bring our 8 down, and of course 18 goes into 18 1 time. And that comes out evenly as well. So 21 cents is the answer for letter B, and that would be different than $21. See, if you didn't have that decimal point, then it would say $21, and that's a completely different answer. Now your story problem, and then of course you've got a few more problems like that in section 1 and 2. In the story problem, it says, in the past month of 31 days, 23 and 5,600 inches of rain fell. What was the average rainfall per day? So we know that this particular story problem is going to require division. So we're going to go ahead and take it and set it up with 23 and 5,600 as our dividend. 31 is our divisor, and I've done the math here for you. Notice the decimal brought straight up. And so 76 hundredths of an inch was the average rainfall for that particular month. And you'll do the same thing for letter B. It's just another type of division problem as well. Now, I want you to quickly do a review from section 4, letter A, making sure you're remembering your formulas. F equals 9/5 times C plus 32. And we're going to plug in our Celsius temperature of 35 here, which is what we have. Up top in the problem, we're going to cancel out. We know 7 times 9 is 63. We'll add that to our 32. To get 95 degrees, that is for problem 4A. And then lastly, we've got 4B here. 68 degrees Fahrenheit equals what temperature Celsius? So we use the opposite formula. 5 ninths times parentheses F minus 32. Remember, parentheses say work me first. So we're going to subtract before we multiply. 8 minus 2 is 6, and 6 minus 3 is 3. And then we multiply that by 5 ninths. We're going to cancel this out. And 4 times 5 is 20 degrees. And that's the answer for letter B. I think you should be okay on the back page. I'm looking over it here quickly. Looks like just mostly review. That section number 8, we can look at it really quickly together. The small car's tank held blank liters of gas, and you've got the choices 4, 26, 8, and 196. Now it is a small car, but you want to think to yourself, what would make the most sense? Now if you think about your refrigerator, you might have a 2-liter bottle of Sundrop in your refrigerator. So even a small car would need more than 4 liters. whereas 196 would be too much. So hopefully you would be thinking 26 liters. That would be a sensible answer for a small car's amount of gasoline. Letter B, the giant was blank meters tall. And you have choices 2, 1 1/2, 3 1/2, or 150 meters tall. Well, I think the most sensible one here, if you think about your meters, I've got my meter stick right here. And this is 1 meter. So 2 meters would be right here. That's not all that much taller than I am, so I don't think that would be sensible. Obviously 1 1/2 is not going to be sensible. 150 is not sensible. But if I was to take that on up another meter, 3 1/2, that seems like a sensible answer. So 3 1/2 for letter B. Letter C, and 1, a large candy bar weighing how many grams? Now remember, a gram is about the weight of a paper clip. So that's going to take quite a bit in order to make the size of a large. Think about one of those king size candy bars. So in this answer, you're looking for a pretty big amount. Let's go ahead and shoot for the stars with 1,200 grams. And then the temperature was how many degrees Celsius on a hot day? Well, think about your boiling point of water temperature reference point. And so if it is a hot day, then, and freezing point of water, well, let's think here. Freezing point of water Celsius would be 0 degrees. Boiling point of water is 100. So you know it's going to have to fall somewhere in between that. I would think 20 and 25 would be too close to freezing. 9 degrees is scorching. So I believe 40 would be a sensible answer for that. I hope that helps you a little, guys. Remember, I'm here every morning, actually, sometimes a lot later. It's actually about 2 o'clock on Friday as I'm taping this today. So I'm here most of the day. Please feel free to call me, message me. I'll be glad to help you, and I'm here to do that. But I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you soon.